Have you ever found yourself wide awake in the middle of the night, staring at the ceiling, counting sheep, or watching the clock tick away? If so, you're not alone. I've been there too, almost every type of sleep struggle you can imagine. But here's one thing I've learned after years of battling sleepless nights. The harder you try to fall asleep, the less likely you'll actually sleep. See, the moment you start stressing about needing to sleep, your body starts producing cortisol, the stress hormone. And when cortisol levels rise, your body becomes alert, not relaxed. So, instead of drifting off, you're lying there, wide awake. When it comes to sleep, the key is to approach it gently, almost like you're not trying. That calm, effortless mindset is what allows your body to naturally wind down. Today, on Health 365 Days, I am going to share 27 genius ways to get back to sleep in the middle of the night. Practical, science-backed tips that really work. Let's get started. 1. Keep your feet warm. If your feet are cold, when you go to bed, you're probably confusing your body's thermostat. Normally, when you fall asleep, your core body temperature drops by about 1 degree. That drop signals your body to release melatonin, the sleep hormone, and tells your brain, hey, it's time to rest. But when your feet are cold, that temperature change doesn't happen correctly. Your hypothalamus, the part of your brain that regulates temperature, gets mixed signals, and your body can't shift into sleep mode. So here's a simple fix. Keep your feet warm. You can use socks, or just place an extra blanket over your feet, while keeping the rest of your body lightly covered. I personally keep a light sheet over my body, and a cozy blanket just for my feet. It's a small change, but it makes a big difference in how quickly you drift off. 2. Sea salt before bed now. This one surprises a lot of people. We've been told for years that too much salt is bad for us. But the truth is, your body needs a certain amount of sodium to stay in balance, especially when it comes to sleep. If your sodium levels are too low, your body responds by raising stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol, the same hormones that wake you up in the middle of the night. Here's why. A hormone called aldosterone helps regulate salt and fluid balance in your body. When you're low on sodium, aldosterone levels rise, which triggers that fight or flight response. That's why some people wake up suddenly around 2 or 3 in the morning, not from a nightmare, but because their body's chemistry is off. So before bed, try adding a small pinch of sea salt to your evening meal, or even dissolve a little in warm water. You'll be amazed how much more soundly you sleep. And yes, people who snack on salty foods like chips at night sometimes sleep better. But that's not because of the chips, it's the salt. You can skip the carbs and still get the benefit, just by using pure sea salt. 3. Try nose breathing. This one might sound odd, but it's a game changer. Breathing through your nose instead of your mouth can help you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. When you breathe through your mouth, you tend to overbreathe, taking in too much oxygen and releasing too much carbon dioxide. That imbalance makes it harder for oxygen to be absorbed into your cells, leading to restlessness. Nose breathing, on the other hand, keeps your oxygen and carbon dioxide levels balanced, allowing your body to absorb oxygen more efficiently and calm your nervous system. Here's a simple bedtime breathing routine I like to use. Close your mouth and breathe in through your nose for 4 seconds. Then breathe out through your nose for 5 seconds. Repeat that rhythm several times. Before you know it, your body starts to relax, your heart rate slows, and the next thing you know, you're waking up in the morning feeling refreshed. 4. Manage adrenaline and carbohydrates. Now let's talk about something most people overlook: your diet. When you eat a high carbohydrate diet, your blood sugar spikes and crashes throughout the day. Eventually, those ups and downs lead to low blood sugar in the middle of the night, often around 2 or 3 a.m. Your body doesn't like low blood sugar. To correct it, it releases adrenaline and cortisol, the same stress hormones that wake you up. So you end up wide awake, not because of stress, but because your body's trying to balance your blood sugar. The solution: lower your carb intake, especially at dinner. When your body adapts to burning fat for fuel instead of carbs, your blood sugar stays stable all night, and your adrenaline stays low. I dealt with this for years without realizing it. Once I switched to a low-carb, high-fat diet, my nighttime wake-ups practically disappeared. 5. Body scan technique. This one is incredibly simple but incredibly powerful. As you lie in bed, start by focusing your attention at the top of your head, and slowly scan down through your entire body. As you move from your head to your neck, shoulders, chest, abdomen, legs, and down to your toes, consciously relax each muscle group. It's like you're releasing tension layer by layer. Sometimes I'll find tension in my back or shoulders that I didn't even realize was there. Just becoming aware of it and letting it go can make your body sink deeper into the bed and ease you into sleep. It's also great because it pulls your mind away from racing thoughts. You stop thinking about tomorrow's problems and instead tune into your body. 6. Eat earlier in the day. If you're eating late dinners, especially heavy meals with lots of protein, you're making it harder for your body to rest. Digestion takes energy, and when your stomach is working hard, your brain can't fully relax. Try eating dinner earlier, around 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock p.m., and avoid late-night snacking. You'll be surprised how much more deeply you sleep. Even a 1 or 2 hour shift can make a big difference. 7. Cut out nighttime snacking. This one ties in closely with blood sugar balance. Late-night snacks keep insulin levels high, which interferes with your sleep hormones. They also make you more likely to wake up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom. A lot of people think nighttime urination is a prostate problem, but often it's not. It's just your diet. When you snack at night, you throw off your aldosterone balance, which affects how your body retains or releases water. Interestingly, adding a little more salt to your diet can help retain fluids and reduce nighttime bathroom trips. But potassium supplements before bed can have the opposite effect. They make you get up and pee. So if you stop snacking after dinner, you'll sleep deeper, your adrenaline will stay balanced, and you'll stop running to the bathroom every few hours. 8. Watch the caffeine. We all love our coffee, but caffeine can be sneaky. It takes hours for your liver to fully break it down. So if you're drinking coffee or tea after lunch, some of that caffeine may still be in your system when you're trying to sleep. That's why I personally stick to 1 small cup of coffee in the morning, and that's it. Back in college, I used to drink coffee late into the night while studying, and my sleep was terrible. If you're struggling to fall asleep, try cutting caffeine after 10 a.m. You might notice your sleep improves almost instantly. 9. Choose the right evening entertainment. What you watch before bed matters. If you're watching action movies, thrillers, or anything emotionally intense, your body releases adrenaline, making it nearly impossible to unwind. Instead, try something calm and predictable. Personally, I'll sometimes put on an old Hallmark movie, something slow and familiar that helps my brain power down. Also, about 2 hours before bed, I wear blue and green light-blocking glasses. These special lenses filter out the wavelengths of light that suppress melatonin, your sleep hormone. When I wear them, I fall asleep faster and sleep deeper. It might sound small, but light exposure before bed really can make or break your sleep quality. 10. Avoid EMF exposure at night. Let's talk about something most people completely overlook: EMF, or electromagnetic fields. These invisible waves come from cell phones, Wi-Fi routers, computers, power cords, basically anything that uses electricity. Now, I know this sounds a little out there, but stay with me. I actually bought an EMF detector once and walked around my bedroom. I was shocked to discover that one wall was practically glowing with EMF radiation. It turned out there were electrical wires running behind the wall that were creating a constant magnetic field right where my head rested at night. Ever since I moved my bed and started keeping my phone and other electronics far from where I sleep, my sleep quality has improved dramatically. If you want to take it a step further, you can even try shutting off the circuit breaker to your bedroom at night. I know, it sounds inconvenient, but if you've been dealing with chronic insomnia and can't figure out why, this one simple change could make a huge difference. And of course, turn off your Wi-Fi router if possible. The less invisible noise your body is exposed to while you rest, the better your nervous system can fully relax. 11. Don't watch the clock. This one might sound simple, but it's huge. When you wake up in the middle of the night, the absolute worst thing you can do is look at the clock, because the moment you do, your brain starts calculating. Oh no, it's 2:17 a.m. I've only got 4 hours until I have to wake up. That mental math triggers cortisol, the stress hormone, which instantly makes you more alert. So here's what you do instead. If you wake up, don't check the time. Don't even look in that direction. Keep your phone face down, or, better yet, put it on airplane mode and place it across the room. And turn off all notifications, texts, alerts, everything. Your mind doesn't need another reason to start problem solving. Because remember, the brain's main job is to solve problems. But in the middle of the night, the only problem it should be solving is how to rest and recover. 12. Stop trying so hard to sleep. This one might sound ironic, but it's true. The harder you try to sleep, the less likely you'll sleep. There were nights when I'd literally tell myself, I have to go to sleep right now. And that pressure alone would keep me up for hours. Sleep can't be forced. It's not a switch you flip. It's a wave you ride. So the trick is to approach sleep with a carefree attitude. Tell yourself, if I sleep, great. If I don't, that's fine too. That relaxed mindset signals safety to your body. When your nervous system senses safety, it produces melatonin, not cortisol, and that's when real rest happens. So, next time you're lying awake, take the pressure off. Focus on being rested, not asleep. And ironically, that's what helps you fall asleep faster. 13. Consistency is key now. Let's talk about your sleep schedule. Your body loves rhythm. If you go to bed and wake up at different times every day, you're constantly confusing your internal clock, your circadian rhythm. Aim to go to bed around the same time each night. A good window is between 9:30 p.m. and 10:30 p.m. Personally, I go to bed at 10:30 sharp, and that simple consistency helps my body naturally start producing melatonin right on time. And here's a bonus. Even if you wake up early, say, an hour before your alarm, and you're just lying there resting, don't panic. That quiet rest still helps your body rejuvenate. It's not wasted time. Sleep isn't just about being unconscious. It's about giving your mind and body the space to recover. 14. Ashwagandha and cortisol balance. Let's bring in a little herbal help. Ashwagandha is a powerful adaptogenic herb that helps regulate cortisol, your body's stress hormone. Ideally, your cortisol levels should be at their lowest, around 2 o'clock a.m. If they not. If your cortisol is too high, you'll likely wake up around that time and struggle to fall back asleep. Taking ashwagandha in the evening can help smooth out those cortisol spikes and allow your body to stay calm throughout the night. It's one of the most well-researched herbs for reducing stress and improving sleep quality naturally. Of course, always check with your healthcare provider before adding new supplements. 16. Quieting the brain chatter. Have you ever gone to bed and your mind just won't stop talking? Thoughts, plans, worries, all racing around like cars on a freeway. That constant brain chatter is often a sign of, you guessed it, a vitamin B1 deficiency. When your body is low in B1, it overproduces lactic acid and glutamate, which overstimulate the brain and make it hard to turn off your thoughts. B1 helps increase GABA, the calming neurotransmitter that tells your brain, it's okay to rest. When I started taking B1 before bed, I noticed my mind finally quieted down. Add a bit of magnesium with it, and it's even more effective, because magnesium helps B1 work properly. In fact, one of my favorite forms of magnesium for sleep is magnesium glycinate. It's highly absorbable, gentle on the stomach, and contains glycine, which helps lower body temperature and boost melatonin. Just 2 grams of glycine can help your body cool down and prepare for sleep. I like to take magnesium glycinate in powder form in the evening. It works wonders. 17. Acupressure for deep relaxation now. Let's talk about one of the most powerful yet underrated techniques for releasing tension before bed, acupressure. Over the years, I've practiced this method both personally and professionally. Certain points on your body hold more stress than others, like the neck, upper back, or shoulders. Applying gentle pressure on these points for a few minutes helps release stored tension and calm your nervous system. It's not complicated, but it's incredibly effective. Once you learn where those key points are, you can use them every night to unwind. I'll be sharing a detailed video about these techniques on Health 365 Day, so make sure to check it out if you want to master this method. 18. Fascia stretching. If you sit at a desk all day or spend hours on your phone or computer, your muscles and connective tissues, known as fascia, become tight and restricted. Before bed, try doing gentle full-body stretches that involve multiple joints at once. Think of it like unwinding your body from the posture you've been stuck in all day. These stretches release built-up tension, increase circulation, and prepare your body for deep rest. Even 5 minutes of stretching before bed can make a world of difference. 19. The magnesium connection. Let us circle back to magnesium, because this mineral plays a huge role in your sleep cycle. Your magnesium levels are at their lowest in the early morning hours, around the same time when most heart attacks, strokes, and headaches occur. It's also when people with arthritis or high blood sugar tend to have the most stiffness and discomfort. That's no coincidence. All of those issues are connected to low magnesium. Taking magnesium in the evening, especially magnesium glycinate, helps calm the nervous system, reduce muscle tension, and promote a smoother sleep cycle. It's one of the simplest, safest ways to support your body's natural rhythms. 20. Check your iron levels. If you find yourself feeling restless or wired at night, it might not just be stress, it could be too much iron. Now, this surprises a lot of people because we often hear about iron deficiency. But iron overload is actually more common than many realize, especially in men and postmenopausal women. Here's why it matters. High iron levels can cause oxidation in the body, leading to inflammation and a racing heart, two things that make sleep almost impossible. If you're curious about your iron status, ask your doctor for a ferritin test that measures how much iron your body is storing. If your ferritin is above 100, it's worth discussing ways to lower it, like donating blood, avoiding iron-fortified foods, and cutting back on red meat for a while. And here's an interesting fact. When you have high iron, your body tends to dump potassium, magnesium, and calcium, which all play vital roles in sleep and relaxation. So it's not just about one mineral, it's about the balance between them. 21. Avoid artificial light before bed. Let's talk about light exposure, one of the most powerful signals that tells your brain when to be awake or asleep. Your body is hardwired to respond to light. When the sun goes down, your brain expects darkness. That darkness triggers your pineal gland to release melatonin, the hormone that helps you drift into sleep. But in our modern world, we've flooded our nights with artificial light, phones, TVs, LED bulbs, computer screens, and all that blue light tells your brain, hey, it's still daytime. That's why it's so hard for many people to fall asleep even when they're exhausted. Their brains are simply confused. The solution? Start dimming your lights about 1 hour before bed. Switch to warm amber bulbs or use a salt lamp for softer light. And if you're using screens, install blue light filters or wear blue blocking glasses. I started doing this a few years ago, and it completely changed my nights. The moment I dim the lights, my body starts winding down on its own. No effort required. And here's a bonus. Try watching the sunset or stepping outside around dusk. That shift in light tells your body that night is coming, helping reset your circadian rhythm naturally. 22. The role of deep breathing. When we talk about relaxation, we can't ignore the power of breathing. The way you breathe has a direct impact on your nervous system. Fast, shallow breathing signals danger, while slow, deep breathing tells your body it's safe. Here's a simple technique you can try tonight. Inhale slowly through your nose for 4 seconds, hold for 2 seconds. Exhale gently through your mouth for 6 seconds. Repeat that 10 times while lying in bed. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest mode, which lowers heart rate, blood pressure, and cortisol. Some people even fall asleep halfway through the exercise. It's that effective. And if your mind starts to wander, that's okay. Just bring your attention back to your breathing. The rhythm itself is what does the magic. 23. Keep your bedroom cool. Temperature plays a surprisingly big role in how well you sleep. Your body's core temperature needs to drop slightly for you to fall asleep and stay asleep. That's why a warm bath before bed actually helps. Not because it heats you up, but because it triggers your body to cool down afterward. The ideal bedroom temperature for most people is between 18 degrees Celsius and 20 degrees Celsius, 65 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 68 degrees Fahrenheit. If your room is too warm, your body struggles to release heat, which keeps your brain alert. On the flip side, if it's too cold, your body might tense up. So find that sweet spot. You can even try using breathable cotton sheets or a cooling pillow to help regulate your body temperature throughout the night. 24. Limit liquids before bed. Here, it's a small but game-changing habit. Stop drinking large amounts of water within 2 hours of bedtime. I know hydration is important, but if you're constantly getting up to use the bathroom in the middle of the night, you're breaking your sleep cycle, especially your deep sleep phases. Instead, front-load your water intake during the day. Drink more in the morning and afternoon, and just take small sips in the evening if you're thirsty. If you find that you still wake up frequently to urinate, it could also be due to insulin resistance or high cortisol. Both can interfere with kidney function and fluid balance. Working on your blood sugar during the day, through better meals and less snacking, can help tremendously here. 25. Don't go to bed hungry or overfool what you eat before bed can make or break your sleep. If you go to bed hungry. 26. Gratitude and reflection before bed. Your emotional state has a massive impact on how well you sleep. If you go to bed feeling anxious, angry, or tense, your body carries that energy into the night. But if you end the day with gratitude, your mind releases those stress patterns and shifts into peace. I like to take 1 or 2 minutes to reflect on 3 simple things I'm grateful for. It could be something as small as a kind word from a friend, a good meal, or just the comfort of having a warm bed. This isn't just a feel-good exercise, it's neuroscience. Gratitude lowers cortisol, increases serotonin, and trains your brain to associate bedtime with safety and contentment. Dr. Mark Turner often says, you can't have a racing mind and a grateful heart at the same time. And he's absolutely right. 27. Movement during the day. Here's something many people overlook. Good sleep starts long before you go to bed. It starts in the daytime. If you spend the whole day sitting, your body hasn't used enough energy to need deep rest. That's why incorporating some light activity, even just a walk after dinner, helps improve sleep quality dramatically. You don't need an intense workout. In fact, exercising too close to bedtime can raise your core temperature and adrenaline, making it harder to fall asleep. Aim to finish any vigorous exercise at least 3 hours before bedtime. Simple movement, walking, gentle stretching, or even gardening helps regulate blood sugar, lower stress, and improve circulation, all of which prepare your body for a more restorative night's rest. 28. Create a wind-down routine. Think of your body like an airplane coming in for landing. You can't go from full speed to sleep in 5 minutes. You need a descent. That's where a wind-down routine comes in. Start about 45 to 60 minutes before bed. Turn off bright lights, play calming music, stretch, or read something relaxing. You could even diffuse lavender essential oil or take a warm shower to help your muscles relax. The key is consistency. Doing the same relaxing actions every night teaches your body that it's time to rest. Over time, your brain will begin to associate these habits with sleep, and you'll find yourself getting sleepy automatically. No more tossing and turning. 29. Let go of the perfect night's sleep finally. Here's one of the most important tips of all. Stop chasing perfect sleep. There will be nights when you wake up early, or toss and turn, or can't seem to switch off your thoughts, and that's okay. Sleep isn't about perfection. It's about rhythm and recovery over time. What truly matters is the trend, not any single night. When you stop judging your sleep, you reduce anxiety about it, and ironically, that's what helps you sleep better. Because remember, you don't have to force rest. You just have to allow it. 30. Avoid late-night screen time and stimulating content. Let's face it, most of us unwind at night by scrolling through our phones or watching TV. But what you consume before bed has a bigger impact on your sleep than you might think. When you watch exciting or emotionally charged content, like intense news, action movies, or social media debates, your brain releases dopamine and adrenaline. Those are alert chemicals that tell your body it's time to wake up, not wind down. I once ran a small personal experiment. For 1 week, I stopped looking at my phone after 9 p.m. Instead, I read a book under warm light or listened to soft jazz. 33. Herbal teas for relaxation. Let's not forget the power of nature's pharmacy. Herbal teas. Certain herbs have gentle sedative effects that help your body relax without making you groggy. Some of the best options include chamomile, classic and calming, reduces anxiety and promotes relaxation. Lemon balm, helps reduce cortisol and eases digestive tension. Passion flower, great for quieting the mind and supporting GABA activity. Lavender, wonderful for both aroma and taste, helps lower heart rate. Drinking a warm cup about 30 to 45 minutes before bed sends a powerful message to your brain. It's time to unwind. If you want to make it extra effective, turn your tea time into a mini ritual. Dim the lights, take slow sips, and focus on the warmth and flavor. It's amazing how much that mindful moment can help your whole body let go. 34. Manage evening stress. Many people think their sleep problems start at bedtime, but often the real issue begins earlier in the evening. If you carry stress from work, family, or finances straight into the night, your body stays stuck in fight or flight mode, and no supplement in the world can override that. The trick is to find a release valve for that tension before bed. Maybe it's journaling your thoughts, taking a warm shower, meditating, or spending quiet time in prayer. Dr. Mark Turner recommends what he calls the mind unload. Take 5 minutes to write down everything on your mind, tasks, worries, thoughts, and then set the list aside. Tell yourself, these can wait until tomorrow. That simple mental separation helps your brain let go of responsibility and ease into rest. 35. Listen to your body's natural signals. We live in a world that often pushes us to ignore our body as cues, but your body is incredibly wise when it comes to sleep. If you notice yourself yawning, your eyelids getting heavy, or your thoughts slowing down, those are your natural signals that it's time to rest. Don't push through them. If you keep yourself stimulated past that point, your body releases adrenaline to stay alert, and you'll miss your sleep window. That's why people often feel tired at 9:30, but wide awake at 11 o'clock. The adrenaline rush kicked in. So when your body whispers, "It's time," listen to it. Sleep isn't something you have to earn, it's something you allow. 36. Morning light exposure. One of the most powerful things you can do for better sleep actually happens in the morning. Getting 10 to 15 minutes of natural sunlight within an hour of waking helps set your internal clock for the day. That light exposure tells your brain to release serotonin, the hormone that boosts your mood during the day and later converts into melatonin at night. So if you start your morning with natural light, even on a cloudy day, you're already setting yourself up for deeper, more consistent sleep later on. 37. Limit napping. Naps can be great, but only when used wisely. If you find yourself taking long naps late in the day, it might be disrupting your sleep drive at night. The best nap length is around 20 to 30 minutes, ideally before 3 p.m. That gives you just enough rest to recharge without entering deep sleep, which can make it harder to fall asleep at night. So if you love your afternoon nap, keep it short and early, and your nighttime sleep will thank you. 38. Reframe how you think about sleep. Sometimes improving your sleep isn't about doing more, it's about thinking differently. If you see sleep as a battle you have to win, your body will stay tense. But if you treat it like a gentle return to yourself, a natural rhythm of the body, everything changes. One mindset that helps is to focus on restfulness, not hours. Even if you don't sleep perfectly, lying in bed calmly, breathing deeply, and letting your thoughts slow down still nourishes your nervous system. Dr. Mark Turner puts it beautifully. You don't need perfect sleep to heal. You just need peaceful rest. 39. Sleep is the ultimate medicine. When you sleep well, everything in your life works better. Your memory sharpens, your heart and blood vessels repair, your mood stabilizes, your immune system strengthens. It's not just rest, it's rejuvenation. So take your sleep seriously, but gently. Respect your body's rhythms. Experiment with these small changes, and give yourself time to adapt. You might be surprised how much better you feel, not just at night, but all day long. Before we wrap up, let me leave you with this thought from Dr. Mark Turner. The body heals when it feels safe. Sleep isn't about shutting down, it's about trusting that you can let go. When you create an environment of calm, darkness, and peace, your body will do the rest. So tonight, give yourself permission to rest. Turn down the lights, silence your mind, and allow your body to recharge naturally, fully, and deeply. Because every great day begins with a good night's sleep. If you found this guide helpful, make sure to subscribe to Health 365 Day for more science-backed heart-centered advice from Dr. Mark Turner, all designed to help you live healthier, longer, and with more energy every single day. Sweet dreams, and I'll see you in the next video.